Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the Fix This Build That Sunday Night Live show. I'm Brad, and Susan is up with the kids, so she'll be with us shortly. But today we did launch a new video, which was a mistake video. Go figure, mistakes on the channel. But we were going through and realized that the chair I made was not the proper height. And so the video was kind of documenting that whole process of having to rip that chair apart and reassemble it and figuring out the right way to do it and what's the best way to take apart a wood glue joint and what works, what doesn't work, as well as just the whole debacle of getting there and why it happened. So if you've not seen the video yet, go check it out. There's some good learning lessons in there, and I tested the strength of glue and like how to take it apart and tried a couple different methods. So it was fun, but I mean, fun in the sense that it was not fun at all because I had to redo something I'd already done. But other than that, it was great. So if you have seen it, thank you very much. If you've not, then definitely go check it out. Let me see here. Let me just resizing all my windows here. All right. There we go. Cool. Perfect. All right. Before we jump into anything else, I did want to welcome some new members to the Builders Club. And let me pull that up right here. All right. We had Kyle Caminita, Greek07, Maxine Reeves, Tracey Brown, webjefa, DANY ABREU, and Par614. So welcome to the Builders Club, everybody, and thank you so much for your support. And those guys will now be getting early access to videos. They got that video yesterday, as well as shout outs in the live and credits at the end of the videos and free plans. So if you'd like to support the channel and you want any of those benefits, you can go check it out, fixthisbuildthat.com/Builders Club. And a big thank you to those folks who are part of the Builders Club that are here today also. All right, let's see here. I'm going to re-expand this. And let's see here. Oh yeah, and happy Easter to everybody. I should have led off with that. Why is this not going to the top? Okay, here we go. Cool. All right, who we got in the chat tonight? We got Tyrone and Stan and Alan, Beaglewood, Travis Porter, Will is in the house. What is up? Ryan Matthews. Awesome, guys. Daniel Pikes and Benji Gentry. Hey, Caleb, how's it going, buddy? And all right, perfect. I hope everybody had a happy Easter, and we were just I still kind of got my, not that this is my Easter garb on, but we went down and hung out at my parents' house and did a little Easter egg hunt. My sister and she's got 4 kids. We've got 3 kids, so we did a little Easter egg hunt for them. And they're all getting older now, so it's more like they like my mom just like puts the names on the eggs now. So we're like, all right, we don't want to like go through and like people get their feelings hurt because they didn't get that, and it's like a big fight. We're like, all right, we'll make that easy. Everybody gonna have their own eggs, and then there's like a handful of ones that anybody can get, and then that way everybody gets some eggs, and then you still have the excitement of stealing other people's eggs if there's no name on them. So there you go. That's what we do in our household. So, or at least my mom came up with that idea, and I thought it was a pretty clever idea. All right. Yeah. And oh, by the way, so we were not here last week because my oldest son and I were down in Orlando. So that's what we were doing. I was being a little cryptic of it because we were, not that he watches the lives, but we didn't want the cat to get out of the bag, so to speak. And so we went down, him and I went down to Universal Studios Orlando, the theme park, and we had a blast. We spent a few days down there and just, Universal, it was super fun. If you're into Harry Potter at all, it's amazing. They got the whole Marvel area. It was really fun. Weather was fantastic. We had a really great trip, and I was like tired for like a week after that, but I'm okay now. But we really enjoyed it, and we had a blast. All right, yes, Beaglewood. Chuck was back in action in that last video. So if you guys have not seen it yet, definitely keep an eye peeled for Chuck because he was there. Excuse me. And Chuck was not happy that he's not been in videos lately, so he wants back in. And I'm like, all right, Chuck, maybe we'll see. Creative Builds, what's up, my man? Happy Easter to you as well. We got James McIntyre joining up, and Scott, Mr. Dad It Yourself. Yeah, we so that video was kind of funny because it was obviously not planned. They didn't plan to screw that up. And somebody's mentioned in the comment section. There's been so much great conversation down there in the comment section about ways to separate wood glue, and there's like a few ways that I kind of tried but didn't necessarily. And then a lot of people were saying, why didn't you just cut through it with a saw? So I had the two pieces of wood that were face glued together. They're saying, just saw in between them. And I thought about doing that, but the reason I didn't do that was because by the nature of sawing, you're removing wood, right? You're making sawdust, which is removing wood. And so one or both of those faces would then have less wood on it than it did before. So you have to sand it down to get a nice glue surface and just to make it smooth, whatever. And so by doing that, that would then, if I've got the face of the board, that would then have a dip in it. Or then I'd have to dress the entire side. So I'd have to sand the entire side flat, sand the entire side of the leg flat to make that work. And that's the main reason I didn't do it that way. But a lot of people were saying I should have used acetone or rubbing alcohol instead of vinegar, which is funny because I looked and I found those two ways by just kind of searching online and looking, and those are the two main ones I heard were heat and vinegar. So nobody else had said acetone or rubbing alcohol, because I would have used them because I got can of acetone right there. And I guess I should have thought about it, but I didn't. So I thought those were two great suggestions. I'll probably try those out at some point just to see if they work or not, and then maybe use that in the future if I ever need to. Hopefully I will not. But yeah, man, I tell you what, my stomach, I was just eating all the kids' candy, so my stomach is like, I feel very full right now. I don't know about the rest of you parents out here, if you guys are stealing your kids' candy as much as I do, or is that just me? I don't know. All right, cool. So the chocolate. I didn't get my favorite Easter candy is robin's eggs, like the malted. It's basically like a Whopper. Robin's eggs followed by Peeps, and then jelly beans. I like all the candy. I got a sweet tooth, so I'm a candy guy. So what are y'all's? What's like the favorite? What do y'all steal first from your kids' Easter baskets? Because that's what I'm going for. Robin's eggs, don't even let me see them, or I'm eating some of them. And my kids know that, and so they'll start like taping up the things so they'll know like if I open it up. Because if it's just like a Ziploc bag, then I'll just dive right in there. They'll never know. But now they're getting smart, and so they come in these like cardboard cartons, like a milk carton, and they'll like tape the top of it. And I'm like, don't do it. Ooh, Cadbury cream egg. Scott, I haven't had a Cadbury cream egg in quite some time, but yes, those are like that. That's like one of those things where it's like so rich, like that goo in the center, which is basically just like straight corn syrup or straight sugar. Yeah, that like that you like die if you have diabetes. Like the sugar spike coming off of one of those has got to be off the charts. So maybe stay away from those if you're diabetic. Travis, we didn't have any Reese's peanut butter eggs. Why didn't we have any? Those are my favorite. Reese's peanut butter eggs are my favorite type of Reese's because that ratio is so much better. The chocolate mixture. Scott, they had put your comment in. Scott said you'd like to bite the heads off the Peeps in front of the kids. They put the comment in moderation for that. Let it go. Tyrone is diabetic. Said I'm up for all of it. Yeah, just one. I'm sure you gotta keep an eye on all that sugar, Tyrone. But I really don't understand. I mean, I don't understand diabetes at all. So I just know that like, you can't, too much sugar or too much insulin or like there's a balancing act. So I'm sure you probably figured out exactly how to balance that. I'm sure everybody does. But yeah, that if you couldn't have candy anymore, I'd be like, I'm done. How are we going to go forward from here? Chocolate covered marshmallow. Oh yeah, those are good. Those are good, Scott. Chocolate covered marshmallow rabbits. I like those. So right now, I'm finishing up. I actually still I have that second chair, so I did the first one, and then I was tearing apart the second one. It's sitting right here in pieces because I haven't glued that one together because I got caught up in other stuff. But I'm going to be gluing that back together and getting that all done. And then the next project, we're actually moving outdoors. So we're going to be doing some landscaping and paver. What am I calling it? Paver edging. Is that right? I want to say edging pavers. Paver edging. I guess that's what you call it. Wow, that really just like warped my mind. Paver edging. Yes, little paver stones that we're going to put around the garden bed and then pull out. We've got like those old school, just like the meatballs, they like to call them, or it's just like the round bush. And we're going to be ripping those out and then putting in some different kind of stuff. So it's not just the 3 meatballs in the front. Maybe we got like a tall, skinny bush and then a little thing and then maybe some flowers. So we're going to have a whole little landscape design that's going to look so much better than the current one. So we'll see. Pat Lev, how's it going? Who we got here? Beaglewood, what is up? Thank you for the super chat. And he says, what is the best way to finish wood for peel and stick vinyl to adhere to? What is the best way to finish wood for peel and stick vinyl to adhere to? Okay, interesting question. My first inclination would be not to finish it. Would be to leave it raw wood and you'd have a better connection. But upon reflection, that could, there could be issues with that. If I was going to say the best finish, if I was going to choose a finish, I would test it. No matter which one you go, I would test. But I would probably go with like a film finish. You don't want to go with an oil. You definitely don't want to go with like an oil finish. So I would probably go with like a polyurethane, like a water-based polyurethane, something that dries quickly and dries hard as a film, because then it would make a nice smooth surface. Because the one downside of, depends on what kind of wood too, because especially if you have like an open grain wood or like a soft wood, then it might not grip real well. So I would probably sand to, because if you're going to be putting peel and stick on top of it, you don't have to go too far. I'd probably go to 120, 150 max, and then go with a few coats of a water-based polyurethane, because then that'll give you a nice hard finish, slick, and then that's, obviously you want a smooth, hard finish if you're going to be peeling and sticking, right? Like the best option would be like metal or like, something that's just non-porous and flat. And so I think the polyurethane is what I would go with on that one, Beagle. What are you doing with it? Where are you doing a peel and stick vinyl? Are you talking about like subfloor? Are you doing a wall? I'm very interested, because that's I'm not imagining what you would be doing, of why you would finish wood before you put the peel and stick on it. So I would love to hear it. If you're going over the floor, if you are going over subfloor, I would go with an underlayment. Go with like a Luan. So an 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch sheet of Luan, 5mm sheet of Luan that you would nail down. That's what I did actually in the bathroom downstairs here when I did the vinyl flooring. That is not peel and stick, but it's click, and that makes a nice smooth surface, because like we had an OSB subfloor, and you obviously don't want to be sticking anything on that because it's just like so uneven, and the Luan is a great surface, and you would not have to finish that. You would go straight onto it, because that's like a smooth plywood surface. Boards with team sports logos. The best way to, boards with team. Oh, I'm still not. Oh, why is this light? Okay, the light just went out, but it looks really bad. But I don't know. Something's going on with that battery. But I think you hear Susan. When she comes out, I'll ask her to grab the battery off the charger. Multiple coats of water-based clear coat. Yep, that's where I was going. Cornhole boards. I gotcha. Boards with sports team logo. Oh, peeling. I understand now. Dude, I was going somewhere totally else, Beagle. I was thinking, I think I read So when you said peel and stick vinyl, I thought you meant peel and stick vinyl flooring, and because that's like where my head goes first. Um, yes, water-based polyurethane. That's an easy answer. My bad. I was like, I was like, what is he doing? Where he would want to finish the floor first and then put peel and stick vinyl flooring on. That makes much more sense, and my answer is absolutely 100% water-based polyurethane. Or just paint. So it depends upon what you're doing. So if you're doing sports team logo, if you put a base coat of, because I did, if you watch my video and the cornhole boards I did a base coat of white and then put the vinyl down and then went over it with clear coat. So that's another great option. But yeah, check out, you can see the whole process that we used in my cornhole board video. Me and Maleki did that. But yeah, my bad. I was way off in left field, man. I was like, my mind just went straight to vinyl flooring, peel and stick, and I just went there. I was like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? Okay, yeah, got it. Cornhole boards, yes. Perfect. We have our cornhole boards out there. I don't use them very often. And then like that recess. So I would definitely like that inset. So when you watch the video, you'll see it. I'm sure you probably made some before, but I would not do an inset. I would do a solid top. We had like a rabbet that we did a rabbeted frame and then dropped I think it was 1/2 inch plywood in there. We used 1/2 inch for a weight. But I would not do that for sure. I would just do it 1/2 inch over the top. And we did it for like design aesthetics, but it's like, the problem is if you get any water or anything, it'll like get in between that groove. And it can also, if it starts moving or separating anything, you'll get that crack. So a solid surface top versus a frame for sure is the way to go, in my opinion. All right, let's see here. What else do we have here? Boxwoods. I don't know boxwoods. What's boxwood, Scott? Why is this? My scroll is like acting very strange, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Hold on. Let me check my text because Susan may have just texted me and said that she's having. No, she didn't. All right. Susan with the kids. I know they're probably having life conversations. So whatever. She's not here, so we'll just hang out. It's all good. So do you guys have any great plant recommendations for landscaping? If y'all have any thoughts on that, I'd love to hear them because we know nothing. I know that, and boxwoods, yeah, that's what Scott was saying. Boxwoods, yes, those are the meatballs, or the boxwoods. So what is a good alternative to boxwoods that's maybe like more, I don't want like the spiral ones, like I don't want something that needs a lot of maintenance to keep it shaped. But like if like something skinny and more like a like a mini cypress or something. So I'm looking for something that's maybe 24 to 36 inches tall, and that won't turn into something that's 6 feet tall. I like it to kind of grow very slowly or be able to trimmed and kept at the same level. So if you got any tips out there, I'd love to hear them because it's hard. It's like you see them in people's lawns and or people's yards, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. I probably just need to do some research online, but I've not done it yet to see what the actual ones are. The cedar, we used to have 2 cedars in our front yard, right next to the front porch, and those get too big. Those definitely get too big for what I'm wanting. Like just right, we want stuff that's like, we want a shrub, not a tree. And I know like some of those cedars are, I guess those are all trees. I don't know. Is there a cedar shrub? Is that a thing? So we're looking for shrubbery. Keep it nice and trimmed and not like go crazy. I've got some. What are they on the side of the house? I've got like holly bushes, and those things are out of control. We forgot to cut them back like at the end of the fall. And so then they just shot up again. And so now it's like if you cut them back, now it's just going to be like bare sticks under it. So yeah, it's a problem. We're not great at outdoor stuff. Juniper, I like that. Okay. Arbor vitae. Rugged for the tall, thin trees, rugged, low water. Juniper and arborvitae. Okay. Artificial hide, yeah. Beagle, I would love to use artificial turf and rocks, but that's not really the style around here in the South. And my HOA would probably not let me do it. Mid-range climate is not much north, not much south. Yeah, we have flower, plum, or I'm gonna write some of these down, man. It's in there. It's in the chat. I can go back and watch it. Juniper arbor. I've heard of arborvitae, or I have heard you say that. Arborvitae. I think that's how you say it. I've heard of that, and I've heard of juniper. I've not heard of flower, plum, or pear. Or flower and plant stuff. I'm just a grass cutter. I hear you, Tyrone. I'm like, I cut the grass and that's about it. Susan will come home. Oh, I got to tell you something about something in a minute. We just got something new that I'm like kind of excited about. But yeah, like she gets mums and what is the other thing she gets in the fall? So I like forget the names of them. Dang it, I can't remember but they're beautiful, and like she'll put them in the potted plants and like they look great. But I basically know nothing. What are those things she gets? I don't remember, but it's like a great fall plant, and we'll have those in the front, and they flower and they look nice. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, do I need to water them? Okay. But I don't know any of the names of them or anything like that. Susan does that. Although we are getting into gardening, and if you guys saw, I did the whole like raised garden in the backyard last year, or was it 2 years? It was last year, and so it was great. And we did tomatoes, green peppers. We did cucumbers, which we decided we will never do that again because like it was in a 4-foot square garden, and cucumbers took over. As if you grow cucumbers, you know that. So we did several varieties of tomatoes. We did like Romas, cherry, and then like a heirloom or something. We did basil, and we did a couple. We did like a jalapeno and a green pepper and a red pepper. And so I'm excited. Like I'm stoked to because we love salsa. So I like to grow the salsa garden. But what we just ended up buying was one of those. I saw it on Spagnolo's Instagram feed. In his stories, he was talking about it, and then Susan and I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh, we're doing this." We just got an Aero Garden. Have you guys seen these things? They're like indoor. They're like hydroponics, so it's like water based. It's got water vat down there, and then it's got like LED lights. So you like pull up this thing, and then we just got like the small one. It's like 6, I think, and it's for like herbs, and so it runs for like the LEDs like 14 hours a day or something. We just planted it. We just turned it on, or I guess we planted it 2 days ago. So nothing yet, but I'm super stoked. We did like basil and actually I don't know. She did it. She planted. It was like whatever's in that little starter kit. But is anybody using one of those Aero Gardens? Because like it looks awesome. Mark is like all about it. He's like, dude, we're growing lettuce. We're going like he ended up getting like one of the huge like farm ones. I'm like, I'm not ready for that just yet. So we just got the small little harvest one. Hello. Hey, will you bring that battery right there off the charger? Yeah. And change out? I think this one's dead. Susan is coming, and she's bringing the battery. I think this one is all jacked up because it keeps dying. Actually, I'm almost sure it's all jacked up. So we're having let me grab your phone. We're having flower conversations.
What?
Flower.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah. What are those? What are those plants that you always plant in the fall?
In the what?
The fall?
Mums?
Not the mums. What's the other ones?
Where are I planted?
I don't know. In the front, the yellow ones.
Mums.
No, they're mums. I said mums. I thought there was another one that was a different name. There's something that has a different name. I can't remember what it is.
Just mums.
I have no idea. Yeah, I know. I'm so ready for the salsa. Do we want to create a bill that says, do you want a raised garden bed or is this in the ground? We have a raised garden bed in the back. So it's like square foot gardening, right? So it's like a 4x4. It's raised up like 12 inches. We're shaking a little bit. Earthquake. Susan is just hooking everything up. Maybe. Try it again. Don't hold it down that long. Unplug it and plug it back in. Like unslide it.
Oh, I don't think it was over there.
Oh, maybe that's what was going on. Maybe not. Yeah, it just. Oh, it wasn't clicked all the way on. There you go. There you go. Let there be light. That's your Travis. One of those, but the wife doesn't think that we'd use it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, if you get the employee discount, Travis. Yeah, just leave that off, baby. Rhododendron, maiden grass, fountain grass, and muhly grass. What in the world is muhly grass? We don't want, so for the garden, we have the raised bed. We're doing that, and then we're doing the Aero Garden. So those are just the two spots. I'm not saying expand. I'm just saying we're excited to plant for our second year in the raised bed, if I wasn't clear about that.
Hello, everybody. Happy
Susan
Easter
in the
to everyone
house.
that celebrates Easter.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, the Aero Garden right now.
What all do we plant in there?
There's 2 different types of basil: parsley, dill,
Sage?
I don't think so.
Sassafras?
Rosemary, maybe? I don't know. It was whatever.
Slippity-dippity?
There was like a whole kit that it came with. It was whatever was in there. They gave us 6 pods and we put them in. But it's all herbs. And so I was saying, I don't know if we're going with this. Last year we planted some basil in our raised garden and it did pretty well until it wasn't getting enough sun because the cucumbers were blocking it. But that was our fault.
I tell the truth. That's all the things I
Is that
just
what you
said.
said?
Well, I didn't say that. I just said the cucumbers. I
Okay.
said don't plant cucumbers.
Yeah, they were hogging all the everything, but so we were thinking maybe the Aero Garden could just be like the herbs for a while, and then we can do like tomatoes and peppers and I don't know, strawberries and things like that in the raised garden.
strawberries?
No, but I want to get one of those vertical
Oh, the
gardens
verticals. Yeah.
and then put them in there.
We talked about that. I don't know.
So.
I'm super into gardening. I'm into the. I'm not
idea.
super into gardening. I'm into the idea. It was really fun to pick the tomatoes
Yeah,
last year.
that was really fun.
And then to also do the landscaping, build the things for it.
Yes.
I like that whole process, and it was cool.
It looks really.
And I love it's just so good to be able to grab your own food and.
It is. Well, and I was making a dinner this week where we had, it was like a caprese chicken. So it's like a whole idea of like the tomato, mozzarella, and basil with some balsamic vinegar and like all the other goodness on it. So very summery. And I was telling Brad, I'm like, when we have our own basil and our own tomatoes, like it'll be like fresh from our garden.
We should get a goat.
I
Make
don't
our
like goat cheese
make
or
our own
goat
cheese.
milk. So that's the problem. We would need a cow.
Okay, a cow. We can get a cow.
I'm sure our HOA wouldn't mind at all.
How do you make mozzarella?
I don't know. I don't know how you make any cheese, to be honest with you. I'm sure someone out there knows.
No, that's butter. You churn butter.
Isn't it
cheese like
cultures and stuff?
Yeah, cheese is like fermented.
I just like to buy it at the store.
I don't know.
The
I think
mozzarella was
if I could make mozzarella, I
delicious.
would make mozzarella because
I
mozzarella
know.
is
It was so good.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah. Yeah, so we're really, were you telling them about the landscaping?
Everybody saying hello.
Hi.
Stan and Tyrone.
Hello.
Wishing you a happy Easter.
Happy Easter. The kids are finally in bed.
Yes.
Every Sunday night, they're like, what? 8:15? What do you mean we need to go to bed? We're like, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
And then they act like this is
Like it's
new
new.
information every week. Whatever.
Yes.
They're silly.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's hear. Winter. Scott is just like hammering us with ideas for
Oh, for what?
the front plants.
Oh, good. We need ideas.
I know. We're gonna go
We
back
know
and look
nothing,
at the chat.
really.
That's
Yeah.
what I told him.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
just
we have no idea.
we're doing landscaping, but we don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be
yeah,
Googling
and
things.
Beagle was talking about starting inside. So that's another thing that a lot of people do is
Yeah.
that they will not necessarily germinate, but like get them
Like,
to a certain stage
there's like a
inside
name for
in the Aero
that.
Garden, and then transplant them
Yeah.
outside.
Because the Aero Garden, when I turned the light on to the right setting, the first setting was flowers. And I thought, oh, interesting. So you could put seeds in, and then I think it's like, I forget, there's a term. It's like the first real leaf that you get is when you can then put, I think. It's not just germinate. It's germinate, and then it gets big enough that it has like
Leafinate?
a real bud or a real leaf or something. There's a name for it. And then you put those outside. Then they're like hardy enough to, they're still pretty little though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be so cool.
We're in it. We're in it. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
So.
Did you say that you got that for me for my birthday?
I did not say that.
It's a birthday present.
But I did, yeah. Susan just had a birthday
I did.
a couple days ago. So happy birthday
Happy birthday to me.
to Susan.
My sister's birthday is today too. It's
Yes.
fun. Yeah, and so like I told him, I mean, because like I think one of the secrets to a happy relationship, at least in our world, is
Buying her what she wants for her birthday.
I just tell him. I gave up. There was a point in my life and in our relationship that I was sort of like expecting him to sort of be a mind reader, or I'll drop some hints and then I would get disappointed, and I realized that's on me. Like I just need to tell him, because you want to make me happy.
Most of the
But
time,
Brad
yeah.
in that situation, but he just needs like,
I need
this
guidance.
is what I want.
I need
you
guidance,
know?
folks.
That's it.
I'm not the dude that, I'm not like, oh, I remember, a month ago she was talking about how the bottom of her foot was hurting, and so I'm going to extrapolate that to, and like go down this. No, that's not me.
And then I probably,
I'm
if
like,
you
what do you
did do
want?
that, I might be like, oh, I didn't really want that. I was
But
just
you
talking.
said.
Like
Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
ask for it. So I just tell him. So, but I was going to
like the
say,
more
I
direct
told
route.
him, I was like, I think I want an Aero Garden. And we hadn't discussed it. And he jumped in with both feet. You were like, let me look this thing up. And he was like, he went deep. You were like,
I was texting Mark.
yeah, he
I
was
telling
like, these things look awesome. We should get a huge one. He was like, okay, we'll start off with a smaller one, but then we're going to get a huge one maybe. And like, you were like into it.
Yeah, and I ended up. We had it the same day.
Yeah, we were delinquents. It was the morning of my birthday when I told him, I think I want an Aero Garden.
But it was like Amazon same day. I was like, boom, and I was
know.
like, here you go.
I know, it was
I did
amazing.
wrap it. I wrapped it, but.
Yeah, he did. He wrapped it. I didn't have to wrap my own birthday presents. That was good. That was
Yes.
good.
Just leave milk on the counter for a few months and it'll be cheese. That's
Oh,
what Scott
gosh.
says.
No, thank you.
Oh, that's great. Let's see here. Is here Scott is Mr. Dad It Yourself. Is that we have two Scotts to differentiate here. Is saying how am I building Amazon affiliate links since they took them off the page? Man,
What?
They're still on the page for us.
Took them off the page.
Yeah, we still it's up. It's actually a banner for us up in the top. Whenever I go to Amazon, there's like a banner up top that's like the affiliate thing, and I can just click on it. And in mobile, they made it even easier. When you push the share button, you can do like get a link, and it will go straight to an affiliate link. So we haven't had any issues with it. I've not.
Yeah, I think there was an
Not made
email
one,
about
like,
something
super
with
recently.
Amazon, but I don't think it. I think it was slightly different.
Yeah.
It's ringing a bell, but vaguely
I don't know.
for me. We probably should look into that.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be asking.
Maybe there was something that happened that we're completely
But
unaware
you
of.
should be able to go, Scott. You should be able to just go to the Associates, Amazon Associates homepage, and you can do it from there.
Right.
It's just
right.
a little bit more of a pain in the butt. What? Oh, that's lilac. He said lavender. Lilac. That bush.
Yes.
It's
it
like
smells
we have
so
a lilac bush.
good
It smells
for like
super
2
good
minutes.
for like 3 days,
Yeah.
and then it's just a green bush for the rest of the year.
It is
which
fine.
Is
It's not in the way or
just a
anything.
big ball.
I'm
But,
surprised it hasn't bloomed yet. It's like early spring,
Yeah.
late April, early May at the latest. It'll be gorgeous smelling,
Yep.
and then it's just.
Can it smell gorgeous?
Then it's just green.
Can you smell gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous
I
smelling?
smell gorgeous right now. Can you smell gorgeous? I always smell
I
gorgeous.
smell like varnish. I just got like a big whiff of varnish when I was coming
That
over.
is not gorgeous. I will go on record. Brad was
That's-
varnishing.
that's this.
No, I'm
That's
good.
the
I
varnish.
believe you. He was varnishing, if that's a varnishing? Yeah.
Yeah,
The
varnishing.
chairs. Oh my gosh, it's strong. I would just walk out here to be like, he had his like respirator on, and I'd stick my head out in the garage and be like, oh, he's varnishing. Okay. Hey, it's time for lunch or whatever. And then I'd go back in the house and I could smell it on my skin and in my hair and everything. And I was out there for like 15 seconds. That stuff is no joke. That is not gorgeous.
No, it's the Total Boat outdoor, marine finish. So yeah, it's super strong.
Heavy duty.
You know, say like low VOCs. These are like high VOCs.
Yeah.
All the VOCs.
They go low, we go
Like,
high.
yeah.
But it's outdoor grade marine
Right.
varnish. So
Yes. That
this
stuff
is a whole different thing.
No joke. You do
Right.
not want to be.
You're not painting your room with this.
You don't want to be like in a closed, 12 by 12 garage,
Right.
huffing this varnish
No.
for
I mean,
2
like,
hours, you'll
It's
forget
meant
your name.
for boats, right? Like you should
Yeah.
be like out in the open, like
Yeah, it's like
like
an
or with
outdoor
like ventilation.
So
That's the
make
whole
sure you
point
wear a
of it.
respirator, have some
Yes.
ventilation when you're using that.
But it's a great product.
It is a great product, but
And it's beautiful in the
it's
chairs.
strong.
Yeah,
But it does turn out really nice.
it does. It's gorgeous.
cedar, it
it's
just
gorgeous. It's
so
gorgeous
good.
looking.
So good. Yeah, I don't know. Katie is not here today. We're missing her.
Did you fill the folks in on where you were last weekend?
I did. Talked about
Good times.
being at Universal and
Having a good time.
having a bunch of fun there. Got cat hair on me.
Yep.
We don't own a cat yet. I get cat hair on me. Cat
Like the cat that
lives
visits
on our front
us.
porch.
He pretty much does, yeah.
His entire life is our front porch.
He sleeps out there.
He just chills.
This is fun. Yeah. What else is going on?
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's all good. Scott's there. And Kevin Thomas says happy birthday, Susan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I was telling him about the front area and us trying to figure that out. So
Yeah.
we're just working through it and doing that. But yeah.
It's going to be kind of rainy, right? So we're going to have to wait to get past the rain.
Yeah, it's gonna be raining for a few days here, so we'll have some good time for planning, and then we'll rip straight into it.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
it's all good.
At least it's not going to be gorgeous tomorrow, and then we'll be like, we're not ready. We can use the rainy days to figure out what the heck we're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
What was this all about?
Yeah. That was the wrap up fingers.
Oh,
I was gonna wrap it. I mean,
The
you've
whole
been here-
thing?
the whole thing.
oh.
It's like
That's what happens when I get
I know.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
All right. Well,
we
it's
got
nice
stuff to
chatting
do.
with y'all for like 20 minutes.
I'm 40 minutes in here.
Not my fault. I mean, it's not anyone's fault, but
Yeah,
short.
you gotta call it when you call it. You know, you gotta like hit it at a high note. So, I think Smell
you're going to hit
Gorgeous
it on the
is
VOCs and leave.
VOCs. So thanks for hanging out, guys. If you've not seen the video already, go check it out. Is how I fixed the big mess up that I did in the chair. Some really
Yes.
great learning lessons on repairing furniture and what not to do when
Right.
you're assembling it. So I hope you guys have a great week. Happy Easter again, and we will catch you guys next Sunday. Get out there and build something awesome. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.